Hey friends, ever stop to think that your mind is like the ultimate bridge, connecting your wildest dreams to the reality you're living? If that's ever crossed your mind, then hit yourself with this question. How many folks out there never actually grab hold of their goals, all because of what's going on between their ears? They dream massive, they map things out, they get all fired up, and then, bam, they just slam on the brakes. What gives? What's the deal? Now, the book we're cracking open today, it ain't just another one of those feel-good self-help books. It's a freaking roadmap, man. It's called Master Your Mindset. Look, success isn't just about grinding away, putting in the hours. It kicks off way down deep, inside your own head. Your thoughts, your mindset, your whole belief system. That's what's calling the shots, deciding whether you're gonna soar or throw in the towel halfway up the mountain. I mean, think about it, right? Two people I can go through the exact same challenges. One breaks through and rises, the other stuck. Why? It ain't just about effort, it's about mindset, fear, doubt, procrastination, and that good old fear of failure. These mental traps hold people back more than anything. So, the real question is, can we change this? Can we train our minds to overcome all these limitations? Absolutely, yes, we can. But you've got to learn how to think differently. This world doesn't belong to just the strongest or the smartest. It belongs to those who know how to control their thinking. The ones who take action in spite of fear. Now you might be thinking, if changing your mindset was that easy, wouldn't everyone be doing it? And you know what? You're right. It ain't a walk in the park. It's a real deep dive. You gotta shatter those old habits and step into a whole new way of thinking, and that's precisely what this book is going to guide you through. So, in this video, we're going to unpack the most impactful lessons from Zephyrosis. Master your mindset. And these aren't just your run-of-the-mill littering principles that'll reshape the very fabric of your thoughts. If you're ready to truly take control, to become the master of your own mind, then this video is for you. Because this ain't just a summary. This, right here, could be the dawn of something completely new. Alright, Chapter 1, Master Your Mindset. Ever wonder why it is that some folks can be in the exact same boat, but one sails smooth while the other just struggles? Is it just dumb luck? Or is there something more to it than that? Well, here's the real deal. Every experience you got, good or bad, it all boils down to one thing: your mindset. Someone who learns to wrangle their mindset, shoot, they can leap over any hurdle, bust through any wall, and nail every single goal they set their eyes on. But someone who never learns to master their mindset, they'll keep working hard, but life will always feel like a battle. So, here's the big question. Is your mindset really that powerful? Let's break it down. Imagine two people facing the same exact problem. One of them panics, gives up, and convinces themselves. Left double quotation mark. They learn from it. They take control. They push forward. Now, tell me, who's gonna go further in life? Obviously the second one. And the only difference between them, mindset. Until you learn to take control of your mind, your fears, your failures, and your weaknesses will keep running the show. But the moment you master your mindset, your life becomes yours again. Here's the mistake most people make. They wait for their situation to improve before they change their thinking. But it doesn't work that way. Look, real change? It doesn't start out there. It starts in here, with you. The second you tweak your thoughts, bam, your whole world starts to reshape itself. So, the question ain't really, can you pull this off? No, the real question is, are you truly ready? 'Cause listen, the day you grab the reins of your own mind, that's the day your whole life levels up. For good. All right, check it out. Chapter 2. As a man thinks. Ever just stop and think, like what if your whole life right now is just a reflection of how you think? Sounds kind of wild at first, right? But like, take a sec. Think deeper, Ever focus on something so much, good or bad, that it actually happened? Maybe you obsessed over something you really wanted, and somehow it just showed up. Or maybe you kept replaying a fear in your mind, and eventually, that fear became your reality. That ain't magic, man. That's the power of thought. Everything in your life, your success, your struggles, your happiness, your stress, your money situation, all of it starts with how you think. Now, you might be wondering, wait, does that mean I'm the one responsible for my own problems? And honestly, yeah, I know it's hard to hear. You might want to push back. No way, it's my circumstances, it's bad luck, it's my situation. But the truth is, even your circumstances are shaped by your thinking. Imagine this. Two people are born in the same neighborhood. They go through the same problems, face the same challenges. All right, let's jump ahead 10 years, huh? One's making it, taking off, and the other still stuck in the mud. So, what gives? What's the big difference? It ain't the world around them, no sir. It's all in the head, their mindset. Now these folks who've hit the jackpot, the ones living their best lives, they ain't aliens. They weren't born with some kind of special gift, They're just like you and me. But they made a choice, a real important one, to take charge of how they think, to mold what they believe, to own their own story, their own reality. So, can you do the same? Absolutely, no doubt about it. But first, you gotta get your head around one thing. Your mind, it's like a magnet. Whatever's taking up space in there, whatever you're always thinking about, that's what you're going to pull in. If you're always telling yourself, I'm not strong enough, I can't make it happen, I'm broke, flat broke, your brain's gonna start believing it. And your life, well, it's gonna follow right along. But the moment you shift your thoughts and say, left double quotation mark strong, I've got this, I can become successful, that's when people stop surviving and start thriving. But listen, positive thinking alone won't do it. You've got to feel it, you've got to believe it, you've got to repeat it until it becomes who you are. Every great leader, every entrepreneur, every game changer you've heard of, they all started with mindset. They crushed fear, they silenced self-doubt, and they rewired their minds to become who they needed to be. So, the question now is, are you ready to do the same? Are you ready to, really think like the person you've always wanted to become? Because, see, your mind can either hold you back or launch you into the life you've imagined. The choice is yours, Master your thinking, or let your thinking master you. Alright, Chapter 3. Everything starts with a thought. You ever realize that every single thing in your life, every decision, every success, every moment, it all started with just one thing, a thought. That's it. Just one idea, one spark in your brain, and boom, it becomes your emotion, then your belief, then your action, and eventually, your reality. Think about it. When someone first had the idea of building an airplane, what do you think the world said? Impossible. People laughed, mocked it, dismissed it. But that one thought, it didn't just stay a thought, It became action. And today, airplanes connect the entire world. Now, flip that into your own life. Everything you have right now, good or bad, was once just a thought in your head. If you're successful today, it's probably because at some point you told yourself, I'm going to make it. And if you're stuck in challenges right now, maybe you've been repeating thoughts like, my life is hard. There's no way out. I don't see a path. Here's the real question. If everything starts with a thought, then why aren't we thinking about what we actually want? Why do we always focus on our fears, our weaknesses, our failures? Why do we repeat things like, I can't do it, my luck sucks, I'm not good enough? And have you noticed, the more you stress about something, the more it actually happens? Like you wake up thinking, today's gonna be rough.
And guess what? Your brain starts searching for proof to back it up. But what if you flip that? What if you woke up thinking,
today's gonna be amazing. The life I want is on its way. You might not feel the shift on day 1, maybe not even on day 2. But if you stay consistent, if you keep programming your thoughts with clarity and purpose, your entire life starts to bend in that direction. This isn't magic, no sir. This is the raw, untapped power of your brain. But here's the twist. Just thinking isn't enough. You have to believe it. You have to make those thoughts part of your identity. And then, most importantly, you've got to act on them. Thinking is the first step. Action is what brings it to life. Every successful person you admire, they didn't just dream big. They trained their mind. They faced down fears. They erased doubt. And they started showing up as the person they wanted to be. So, I'll ask you now, are you ready to do the same? Are you ready to shift your thoughts so profoundly that they forge a brand new version of you? Because your mind is your most formidable weapon. You can wield it to confine yourself, or you can harness it to propel yourself into greatness. Your call entirely. Chapter 4. Just think, just do it. How many times has this happened to you, huh? You get an idea, you make a plan, you get all hyped up, ready to take on the world, and then you pause, you wait, you back off. Maybe you got scared. Maybe it didn't feel like the right time. Maybe you told yourself, I'll start tomorrow. But let's be real. Did that tomorrow ever come? No. That right there. That's the real problem, see. We think a lot. We plan a lot. We talk about our goals, our dreams, our next move. But when it's time to actually do something, though, we just freeze up. Next Monday, I'll hit the gym. We say, next month, I'll start saving. When things calm down, I'll launch that business idea. But next time never really shows up, does it? Because the real battle, it ain't outside of you. It ain't your schedule, or money, or even the people around you. It's right inside your head. That little voice that says, what if I fail, man? What will people say about me? What if I'm just not good enough? And so, we delay our dreams. We put them on the shelf. We convince ourselves to just wait for that perfect moment. But hey, here's the real deal. The thing that scares you the most? Yeah, that's usually it. Chapter 4. Just think, then do it. How many times have you made huge plans? You got all excited. You felt that fire. You were totally ready to take action. But when it came time to actually do the thing, you just froze up. Maybe fear kicked in. Maybe you told yourself, it's just not the right time. Maybe you said, I just need to prepare a little more. Or the classic, left the classic, start tomorrow. But let me ask you something, and then we don't do a dang thing. Left, double quotation mark, start hitting the gym next Monday. Left double quotation mark, start saving next month. Left double quotation mark, start hitting the gym next Monday. Look, here's the hard truth. The problem, it ain't out there, it's in here. It's fear, plain and simple. Fear of screwing up. Fear of getting judged. Fear that maybe We just don't measure up. And that fear? Man, it keeps us stuck in the planning stage, dreaming big, but never actually doing squat. But check this out. That thing that scares you the most, that's the very thing that'll turn your whole world upside down. Think about it for a sec. If every successful person just sat around waiting for the perfect moment, if they waited till everything was safe, predictable, and easy, we'd have zero innovation. Zip. Nada. Nothing new under the sun. So quit waiting for motivation to strike. Seriously, I'm telling you, motivation's overrated. It hangs around for a few hours, then poof, it's gone. What you really need is discipline. What you really need is to take action. Because the truth is this, you can think all day long about it, but until you take that first step, nothing changes, you know. If an idea came to you, if a dream keeps showing up in your heart over and over, then that dream is yours for a reason. It's real. It means you already have the power inside you to make it happen. You can do it. But you've got to move before your brain starts throwing out excuses, man. You've got to take the first step before you second-guess yourself to death. You got it? Because here's the secret nobody talks about. Listen up. There is no perfect time. It doesn't exist. You won't ever feel fully ready. No way. But once you start moving, once you take that first leap, doors start opening, you know. Opportunities appear, and you become the person who gets things done. So, like now, you've got two choices, right? You can keep sitting on your dreams, or you can finally do the thing you were meant to do. If you really want to change your life, stop thinking, start doing. Chapter 5. If you can imagine it, you can create it. Have you ever stopped to realize, like really thought about it? Every incredible thing you see in the world today, cars, smartphones, skyscrapers, airplanes, it was all just somebody's imagination once, right? That's right. Everything that exists today started in someone's mind. So why is it that when you imagine something big, your brain immediately hits back with, "That's impossible. I can't do that. That's just a dream"? Why? Why do we shut down our imagination the moment it starts to dream big? Why is our first reaction fear, doubt, negativity? We tell ourselves, "I'm not capable. That's not for me. Who's gonna support me anyway?" But here's the truth. If you can imagine it, you can create it. Because imagination isn't some random fluffy daydream. It's your brain's most powerful tool. Think about it. If the Wright brothers never imagined flying, would planes even exist today? If Edison never imagined light in the dark, would we even have the light bulb? Every major invention, every business empire, every life-changing idea, it all started with one person daring to imagine something bigger. Now, here's the question. What are you imagining right now? And are you treating it like a joke? Or are you ready to bring it to life? Most folks, they don't chase their dreams, you know? Not because they're lazy or nothing, but because they just don't believe in themselves. Plain and simple. They figure it's too dang hard. They reckon they ain't ready yet. They wait around for permission, like they need it. They're always waiting for somebody to back them up. But the truth is, you don't need nobody's say-so. If your mind can see it clear as day, your body can get up and do it. But here's the kicker. Just imaginating it ain't gonna cut it. You gotta back it up with action. Every time. You gotta get moving. Imagination, it shows you the way. But walking that path, well, that's all on you, friend. So, next time your brain hands you some big, bold dream, don't just toss it aside. Don't go shrinking it down to nothing. Don't you dare call it impossible. Hold on tight to it. Own it through and through. Believe in it with all you got. And then get out there and make it happen. Because every major thing that's ever been brought into this world started as someone's wild, bold, unrealistic imagination. Now, the only question is, are you ready to turn yours into reality? Chapter 6. 6 Steps to Lasting Change. Have you ever wondered why some folks push through every challenge and completely transform their lives, while others stay stuck, repeating the same cycles for years? Why some hit their goals, while others just make excuses? It's not luck. It's not talent. It's change. But not the kind of change that just sounds good. We're talking about real, lasting transformation. Here's the thing. Most people think change is just about thinking differently. So they make bold resolutions. They hype themselves up. And for a few days, they're all in. So what happens next? They just slide right back into those old habits. But why is that? 'Cause just think about changing ain't gonna cut it, you know? You gotta have a system, a real process, a strategy that actually helps you make the shift. And, more importantly, stick with it. So, just stop for a sec and really think about this. Is there something in your life right now that you really want to change? Maybe it's a bad habit you just can't shake, a mindset that keeps holding you back, or a goal you've been chasing for years, but just never fully commit to. If the answer's yes, then here's the truth. Change ain't as hard as you think. You just gotta approach it the right way. The biggest lie people tell themselves is, I'll start tomorrow, yeah, I'm just waiting for the right time to come. Things are way too crazy right now. I'll get to it later. But you know what? The perfect moment, it ain't just gonna show up. You don't just sit around waiting for it. You go out there and you make it happen. If you're really serious about, turning things around, you gotta own it every step of the way. And, let's be real, most people just don't. They get all hyped up, they're all in for like a week. And then, poof, the excitement fades, and so does all their progress. But those folks who actually make a change, they've got a plan. A clear, step-by-step game plan. They commit to it no matter what. They stick with it, especially when it gets tough. Because real, lasting change, it doesn't come from hype, I'm telling you. It comes from having a solid plan. So next time you catch yourself saying, I want to change, don't just get all fired up. Alright, get yourself prepared. Get yourself clear. Get yourself focused. Build yourself a strategy. Then commit like your life depends on it. Because honestly, it does. Change that lasts. It's not about being perfect. It's about staying consistent. So now the only question is, are you just going to think about change? Or are you going to become the kind of person who actually follows through? Because the world is full of dreamers. But the ones who build a different life, they're the ones who don't just wish for change. They plan it, they live it, they own it. Chapter 7. Start before you're ready. Ever thought about this? The dreams that never get fulfilled are the ones we fail at. They're the ones we never even started. Every single person has a big dream. Someone wants to launch a business. Someone wants to get in the best shape of their life. Someone wants to switch careers and finally do what they love. But what happens though? Most people don't start. They just think about starting. And when you ask them why, they say the same thing. Left, double quotation mark, ready yet? Sound familiar? That's the trap. Waiting until you're ready. We always be telling ourselves, left, double quotation mark, when I learn more, right, double quotation mark, when I save more money, right, double quotation mark, when I feel more confident. But, let's be real, that perfect moment never really comes, does it? If the most successful folks in the world had waited until they were ready, shoot, we'd still be living in the Stone Age. Here's the reality of it. You ain't gotta be ready to start. You just gotta start. Think about a baby learning to walk, right? They don't wait till they've mastered balance. They get up, fall, try again, and figure it out while doing it. That's how you learn. That's how you grow. Not before the journey, during the journey. And yet we keep telling ourselves, I'll launch my idea after I take one more course. I'll invest once I've saved just a little more. I'll speak up once I'm 100% confident. But you know what? Confidence doesn't come first, you see. Action does. Those who win, they don't wait around. They jump right in. Even when they're unsure, Even when they feel shaky. Even when fear is screaming in their ear. Because they know the truth. You become ready by starting. All right. You figure it out on the way. The path doesn't just show up when you wait. The path shows up when you walk. So, if you've got a dream, a mission, a goal burning inside you, stop waiting. Don't stall. Now. Don't overthink it. Don't talk yourself out of it. Because every day you delay, you're pushing your dream further away. So, here's the final question for you. Are you going to keep waiting for someday? Or are you going to take the first step today? So friends, by now, you've seen one thing crystal clear. Your life, it's all run by your mindset. Change that mindset, and bam, you change everything. Your dreams, your goals, your failures, your confidence, your fears, your very future. It all kicks off right there in your mind. Now, if you're aiming to nail something big in life, the first and most powerful move is this. Bust through those mental limits. Toss out the excuses. Boot out the fear. Ditch the laziness. And laser focus on your goals. Look, everyone's got dreams, right? But the folks who actually grab them, they're the ones who just never throw in the towel. And remember this, you don't sit around waiting till you're ready. You jump in and start. That's how you get ready. Look, you're going to face setbacks. People are going to doubt you, for sure. But if your mindset is strong enough, you can achieve anything, really. Success isn't just for the lucky few. It's earned by those who are truly focused. If this video really hit home for you, make sure to like it and share it with your friends so they can upgrade their mindset too. And if you want more powerful book breakdowns like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next video with another life-changing book. Until then, just remember, your life is in your hands. You just have to learn how to lead it the right way.